was being overflowed with water perished.
Yeah, you perish, man. But y'all are ignorant of that. Basically, you ignore the truth, because what was the truth in that time? When Noah was preaching to them, warning them of a coming flood, what did they do? They mocked, they scoffed.
That's right.
They continued to live after their own lust, giving into marriage, right? Eating, drinking, celebrating, you know? Acting like they're the best new thing that came into the earth. No, man. That's when you're going to get caught up. Who the world only calls God and Jesus is coming back with great wrath, man.
That's right.
And we ain't no goddamn Bible thumpers or your ordinary Christians, man. You know?
Like Yahushua said, like in the times of Noah, all right? Just like in the times of Noah, man. You think Noah, if it would have been left up to Noah, he probably would have opened that door, man. You know? And that's just how Jake is, man. Jake is real, what's that word? When you,
compassionate?
Compassionate, man. That's just how Jake is. That's why Yahweh and Yahushua had to close that door, man. Because whoever, only he can open it and only he can close it, man. So in those last days, hey, when that time comes, all right, y'all gonna be knocking on that door, but he's gonna tell you, I never knew you.
He's not even gonna answer. Because whatever door he opens, no man can shut. And whatever door he shuts, no man can open.
That's right.
So the brother's he's right, you know? And that's what we're telling you, that those doors of mercy and grace is shutting, man. And when it happens, you can't get in. Going back to the 5 virgins, the five wise and the 5 foolish virgins, man.
That's right.
They try to do that. They try to take that oil from the wise, and then they were like, go get your own, but they was too late, and the doors were shut. That's right. You know, that's how a lot of you people are gonna end up being, man, because you wanted to sleep, you wanted to be in a comfortable state, not realizing that state of complacency has got you, you know, is gonna cause you to get jacked up, man.
That's right. Yeah, like you said, the oil. You know, we just read that in Ecclesiastes 39. The oil, that's part of this truth, man. See?
The necessities of life. That's what keeps you alive and surviving. Everything else goes out the window, man. That's why Yahushua said, store ye up treasures in heaven where no thief or moth or rust can destroy.
That's right.
And that's what's coming. Yahushua is coming to destroy all these buildings that Esau pride in, you people pride in. Look at this going on right here, right in front of us right now. This dirty city, man. Nothing but dirt. Cracked up. Look at the infrastructure of America. The roads, they're all jacked up. Potholes. What's the glory? There's nothing to be to glorify in this place, man.
That's right.
The rap sheet of America and the so-called white man is nothing but death, robbery, and destruction, man.
That's right.
And what does a thief do? He takes from everything. He takes from certain cultures. He takes from certain religions. You know, the earth, and he claims it as his. You know, and with that power, he got all you simpletons brainwashed, man.
That's right.
Telling you nothing's bad's coming, but yet people are dying every day. They're dying by his own hand, putting people to death in the prison system, killing you with the vaccines, killing you with the certain waters you drank. You know, being around certain chemicals at your job. You know, but yet they're about safety. But they ain't really pushing it. They're leaving it upon your own self. And if you don't follow, guess what? They're gonna write your ass up or fire you, man. But if they really concerned, they would really make you do it. But they ain't really trying to make you do it.
That's right.
Because they're trying to save their ass. They're trying to save their ass from a lawsuit.
That's right.
They want to fight how all this paperwork written down. That's how Esau gets down. He'll destroy all that shit. Oh well, I signed right here. I have no dealing with that. The Lord's like, fuck that paper. I require your life this day, man.
That's right.
You people want to store up treasures on this earth and not treasures in heaven. The Lord's gonna take that. What he didn't sow, he's gonna reap it, man. He's gonna take it and he's gonna cast it down. That's why it says that those necessities of life. That's what's gonna keep you alive, man. This is Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and that their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names, and that's far from the truth. The truth is is the triumphing of the wicked is short,
That's right.
and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a short time.
That's right.
The devil knows he has but a short time. So what is he gonna do? He's gonna try to come and destroy as many as he can. But brothers like us and the brothers all over the world that are coming out to the highways and the byways relaying this message is for you to survive, man. We're giving you the necessity of light and telling you that the spirit of vengeance is on his way. That death angel. The ultimate death angel is what? Is who? Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
And he's gonna kill and destroy, man. Esau's likened unto a thief. Guess what? Yahweh Shai is likened unto a thief. But the ones that are gonna be protected are the elect, man.
That's right.
He ain't gonna take from them because the elect, they gave it all up. There's nothing for Yahweh Shai to take from them that's gonna hinder them or hurt them or want them to buck up. They gave that up. But the rest of you, it's gonna hurt you. And it's gonna be war between you and the Most High and his son Yahweh Shai.
Right.
That thief. You're gonna be saying that thief, he took my stuff. No, motherfucker, he owns this earth, man.
That's right.
He owns the world, man. The whole universe. Everything you've created, he gave you that knowledge.
That's right.
You know? You women too, man. You women that have that are beautiful, he gave you that beauty. But you've abused it.
That's right.
Just like you got certain brothers that abuse this word, it's the same thing, man. This is our glory, man. This is our wisdom before all the nations.
That's right. This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 30. Teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
Punishing the wicked to destruction, man. Those death angels. A spirit has to go into those animals, you know that, right? What happened to those swine when they bugged out? When Yahweh Shai cast it out of that man that was, he named himself as Legion. Yahweh Shai cast them 2,000 plus evil spirits into those swine, right? Well, those 2,000 herds of swine.
That's right.
I think it was more than a legion is like, man, I want to say anywhere from, I think it's anywhere from 12 or 2 to 4,000. I might be mistaken. I know it's a Roman platoon. I know it as a platoon in our time, but it was a group, a certain amount of soldiers that were called a legion in the Roman army. So it's more than 2,000 that were on that man.
Wow.
What happened with those pigs? They bugged the fuck out, right? And they went wild. And what did they do? They killed themselves, right? So an animal that is not that way, he's destructive. He's killing. And what does the scriptures say? When an animal kills somebody, what are you supposed to do to that animal? You're supposed to kill it because it's not right in the head.
Right. Because
there's a bad spirit on it, man. Demons can hop on animals. So guess what? Like I said, the spirit of vengeance is gonna work through men. It's gonna work out of nowhere. A spiritual thing is gonna yoke your ass up and break your goddamn neck, or it's gonna work through an animal, or it's gonna be a pestilence. But y'all don't want to believe in none of that, man. You know, y'all want to believe what Esau shows you on the movies, but you're like, oh, that shit can't happen. It's just entertainment. No,
Right.
that shit really gonna happen, man. That's really gonna happen.
Hey, I was just talking about that last night. That's the reason why he's showing it in the movies, man. To make it seem like a fictional thing. All right, UFOs coming down and this and that. When I was a kid, man, that was one of the things I had dreamt. You know, that UFOs came down and they took me up and they trained me. You know, I can't remember the rest of the dream. I just remember that I was trained. That I was trained in their ways, you know? And I always thought it was just a dream. I just remembered it like last week. You know, as I was working, I remember this dream and I was like, yo, man, that's powerful, because that's what's going to happen to the elect, man. They're going to come down in that fears that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai puts that spirit on them, man. You know? But going back to, you know, talking about this stuff yesterday, hey, swing low, sweet chariot. You know, those UFOs coming down, people see it in the movies and like, man, that'll never happen. All right? That Marvel movie, what is it called? Avengers, Con. The Avengers Endgame, this recent one that just came out. You know, they see all these things and they just think of it as a movie. Yeah. You know, that movie Glass and what was that other one with the Split? You know, that movie Legion, you know, which like the brother was talking about, it was a man that thousands and thousands of demons jumped on that man. In the movie, there was Ghost Rider, another Marvel movie. That movie Ghost Rider, there was another man that was going up against that Nicolas Cage, all right, and that man called himself Legion also, because he was filled with evil spirits.
Yeah.
So all this stuff is true, man. You might see it in, maybe not the way that it's portrayed in the movie, but hey, all that stuff is gonna go down for real.
A lot of people, man, they harbor a lot of demons, and they're not showing them out because they're in a state of appeasing that demon. You know what I'm saying? They feed that demon, but once that demon is not being fed anymore, people are gonna bug the fuck out, and those demons are gonna manifest themselves. That's what's gonna happen. Because right now they're fulfilling that lust, that flesh, that worm. But then when it's come a time when that demon ain't being fed, that demon's gonna require your life. But it's gonna it's gonna consume you to the point where it sucked your life away. But in the midst of all that, you're gonna be becoming a cannibal, right? Raping people, raping men. There's gonna be groups of men raping men. There's gonna be groups of women raping women. There's gonna be groups of women hunting men. That shit's gonna happen in America, man.
That's right.
You're gonna see a group of dudes, and you're like, yeah, man. There's some men over there. Let's go over there with those men because we can protect ourselves. No, those men were hunting you. They're gonna rape your ass, kill you, and eat you, man.
That's right. Hey.
In that time, it's gonna be fucked off, man. You think you can't trust nobody now? You ain't gonna be able to trust nobody in those times, man.
That's right. Hey, another Marvel movie, man, Venom. All right, that movie Venom. You have this guy that was this parasite went inside his body, and then that parasite was eating him from the inside. All right, while at the same time controlling that man to do whatever he wanted.
Yep.
You see, and it would talk to him, man. You see bug outs nowadays. They're walking around and hitting their heads and talking, and you're like, man, this dude's crazy, but he really has a demon in him.
Yep.
All right, that's the same thing that you see in that movie Venom.
Yep. Because that black substance, right? What is black? Negativity. That slime, right? Even in the movie La Llorona, they showed you where they did the ojo with the egg, and that egg, the dude, the priest, whatever he was saying if it's black, it means it's a very evil, unclean spirit, and it was black. So when the egg cracked, it was all black and slimy, like venom, right? So that serpent, what is venom? Poison.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Esau, those evil spirits that he works on the left-hand side, got into a lot of you people, and they possess you. They control your thoughts. They control you. You don't even know it. You're impulsive. You go with every single thought or lust. You don't
right.
You don't fight against it. All that shit's real, man. But through the spirit, you just have to see it. And the only way you're gonna see it is through the word, man. I got a scripture. This is Matthew 12:43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places seeking rest, and findeth none. Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. Then goeth he, and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself. And they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of the man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation. So what is a wicked generation? That's a multitude of people, man. That's not just one individual, as it was speaking of. It said, but even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation. So a lot of these people out here got legion on them, man.
That's right.
Every individual person out there that is not within the body of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you have legion on you, man. It's not just one demon. It's now this time is far worse than in the old, man. These demons know they have but a short time. What did they tell Yahweh Shai when he cast them out? He said that comest thou to destroy us before our time.
That's right.
That's why everything is being fulfilled. This time in 2000, you can go on the internet and find fucking anything you want on the internet. It's there. People are practicing it, showing it, speaking about it. accepting it. Everything is being fulfilled this time because the wrath of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is going to be poured out without no mixture, man.
That's right.
The RFID chip is here. The mark of the beast. The elect are being sealed in the midst of all this bullshit. The truth is being unsealed. Starting with the elders of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, Gabar, the Abrayamla. You know? This ain't no coincidence, man. This is real life.
That's right.
Still have that one holder?
Which one?
And or you got one? You wanna
I
bring
have
that?
one in Isaiah.
Okay, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 47:7. And thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, and dwellest carelessly, and sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else is beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Right, this is the daughter of Babylon. If you can read verse 1 real quick.
Khan. It says, verse 1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right, which is America. Because
That's
who did
right.
America spring out of? Great Britain. All right, so this is the daughter of that mother, man. Great Britain, the virgin daughter of Babylon.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, but these two things shall come upon thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. And real quick, if a kingdom is righteous, then that means that the leaders and the people in that kingdom are righteous. Now, if Babylon the Great is a wicked place, careless and full of desire for pleasures, then that means that the people in there are also following that same way.
That same,
You
same
see?
spirit. This is Sirach 10 and verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of this city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
That's right.
That's
So
what the brother said, man. However the leaders are of this world, or how the people are going to be. Why? Because their influence, what they're pouring into you through their media, through their educational system, right?
that's right.
Through their jobs, through the different seminars that they have regarding, you know, how to make money or be an entrepreneur, and all this bullshit that Esau does to sway you from this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding was likened unto money, man, great wealth.
That's right. Hey, so you should know by now that just by looking at the people in the kingdoms, you should know that righteousness has not been established yet. You should know that that perfect world isn't here yet. All right, so those Jews over there, they're not the real Jews. All right? So you should be able to tell, man, just by looking at certain things like that, hey, look, why is this happening? You know, like the elders at Dallas said, ask the wise, all right? But the good wise, you know, not just stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know, you got to ask questions. Why? Why am I going through this thing that I'm going through?
Why is my life like this?
Right.
Why are my children going through this? Why is my mother and my father? You know, sensible questions, man. Not why am I not making so much money? Why don't I have that fine ass girl that's over there?
That's right.
The scriptures say, first seek ye the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be added unto you.
That's
if
right.
it's according to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua's will. Until then, you got to know the terror of the Lord, man. You got to be persuaded and know the terror of the Lord in order to be saved, because that's what's going to draw you to want to learn the ways of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. What do I got to do to avoid this imminent destruction that's coming, man?
That's right.
What do I got to do? That's what you're supposed to ask. Hey, brothers, what do I got to do to be saved? What do I got to do to be protected? Take heed of this word. Obey instruction. Obey Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Cast away all the bullshit that you knew. You had to start all over, a clean slate, be reborn again, and
right.
be poured in with a whole new influence, a whole new spirit. Right? Because
right.
like the brother's saying, the prince, the rulers of this kingdom, they've influenced you, but to the left-hand side. They distracted you. They bewitched you into following a whole different spirit, man. It's not the spirit of what we follow, man. Not Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. The true names of the Heavenly Father and His Son, and the Paleo Hebrew. Because that's one thing that people can't comprehend. You can't keep calling on that name, Jesus, Christ, God, Yahweh. There's only one name. Well, how do you know that's a name? It's through study. There's certain things that you can't find out there. Some things is faith based, because faith is what? The substance of things hoped for, not seen. But you dig, you do your research on the name, you'll find out. But that everything comes with faith.
That's right. Hey,
You have to have faith, man, to believe things, man. If you don't believe, it's because you just don't have the faith of the Most High is not poured upon you, man.
That's right. Hey, you don't fear the Most High, you know, because fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge, man. You know, so if you really fear for these things that are coming, you know, you start changing the way that you are. You know, rent your heart and all your garments. You see, and a lot of these Israelites out here, man, 2/3, you know, they look and they laugh. Like, no, that ain't happening. All right. You know, like I have family members over there in California, and one of the things that they would say is, no, I believe in God. I believe that there is a higher power. All right, but I think he just does his own thing, and we do our own thing. All right, and the way, hey, like Hosea chapter 4 and 6 says, you know, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You know, and that's very true. That's why Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has set up men, you know, to go out there to the highways and the hedges to teach his people. You know?
This is Deuteronomy verse 32 and verse Deuteronomy 32 and verse 15. But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked, thou art waxing fat, thou art grown thick, thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook the Most High, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. That's Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So y'all cast a good thing away, man. Going into the book of Hosea. Y'all cast away, and y'all, what did y'all do? Y'all cleaved unto your lovers, which are the other nations, your idols, the other philosophies, the doctrines. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods, and with abominations provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten the Yahweh that formed thee. And when Yahweh saw it, he abhorred them, because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. And he's telling you what the end. He's revealed the secrets unto the prophets. We're telling you what your end is going to be. It's going to be death and destruction. That's right. While the elect are being diligent unto salvation. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith. Y'all don't have no faith, man. So going back all thousands of years, when they were delivered out of Egypt, they didn't have faith, man. So even still to this very same time, you don't got the faith. That veil is still over your minds, man, over your eyes. That covering cast. But the Most High is gonna take it up to the point to where you're gonna believe, but it's gonna be the believing when you're being consumed by that animal, by that pestilence, by that fire, by thermonuclear destruction, or by the guillotine. You know, that's when you're gonna believe, but it's gonna be too late. That's when you're gonna have faith, but it's gonna be too late. That faith is not the faith is going to deliver you. That faith is what you're actually going to be opened up to it, but it's going to be to where you're being destroyed. That's your chastisement.
Rejecting the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. That's what it gets you. Let me get this real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 8 and verse 9. The wise men are ashamed. They are dismayed and taken. Lo, they have rejected the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and what wisdom is in them. All right, well, the Most High is letting you know, man, the wisdom of this world is nothing but foolishness, man. You know? So what you're really supposed to be listening to is the word coming out from the mouth of the prophets, to the spirit being guided by the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You see?
That's the only thing, man. That word of faith, this word. The engrafted word is the only thing that can save you. You have to have faith with your works. Yeah, and like Abraham. Abraham was called a friend of the Most High. Why? Because he was obedient. But within that obedience, he had faith and he had works. It was action. And his son Isaac was delivered. It was a test of his faith.
That's right.
A lot of you people, y'all don't want to live up to that test or fulfill or go all the way to the end to show your faith. Y'all's faith is not the faith that is lining up with the scriptures. Y'all think y'all's faith by striving in this world, by getting a high position in a job, that's y'all's faith. Y'all's faith is set upon this world, man. Y'all's heart is set upon this world. The Most High is against that.
That's right.
All these things shall pass away, man. You know where that one is in 1 John? 1 John chapter 2 and verse 15. 1 John 2 and 15. And that's what's going to bring you to these certain calamities, man. These certain destructions. These devices that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has created to destroy you, man. Going to Proverbs chapter 1 speaks about it too. The calamities. He's going to laugh at your destruction. 1 John 2 and 15.
This is 1 John chapter 2 verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
The love of the Father is not in him. What is the love? The law, statutes, commandments. Which is what? Our wisdom before the nations. So that wisdom is not in you. That faith is not in you. Like the brother had read earlier. Right? The wisdom of this world is foolishness unto the Most High. What is their wisdom? The pride of life. Like the brother's about to read. Go ahead.
For all that is in the world, the lust after the flesh, or the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world.
It's of the world.
Right.
So that's what y'all's love is. Y'all's faith is based on. It's not based off seeing this place destroyed and the kingdom of heaven being ushered in. So therefore, you're going to be turned over to one of these spirits of vengeance.
Right.
Thermonuclear destruction. You know? Or falling into the hand of your enemy, where your enemy can do whatever he wants to you, man.
That's right. Man, that's something fearful, man. I mean, man.
They can do whatever they want. It's like, I think it was King Saul, one of the other guys that we read in the book of Judges. They rather had committed suicide or had one of their sword bearers kill them, man.
Right.
Instead of falling into the hand of the enemy. Why? Because the enemy could fuck them all up. Look what they did to Samson. Look what they did to Yahweh Shai. You know?
Hey, and like in that same account, hey, the most time I have it to where a woman fucks you up, man.
Yeah.
You prideful ass men. A little tiny ass woman's gonna fuck you up, man.
Well, remember that account we read about in the book of Judges where I forgot his name. He fled.
That's right.
Right, and then the woman went into her tent and she gave him milk. I think it was milk or wine, something.
God.
And he laid down, and she got a big ass blade or a long nail and put that shit through his temple, man. Killed his ass.
Man.
Supplanted him. You know, shit like that's gonna happen. Men are gonna use. It's like in the book of Eli when they had that woman when Denzel Washington was walking in his path and there was a woman crying, laying down.
Right. Yeah.
And he walked up and she was like begging him for shit. And he sensed out that there was men hiding, and he ended up slaughtering all of them, man.
Right.
I think the girl got away, but they used her as bait, to lure in somebody to destroy. That's what Esau does today, man. He uses philosophies, vain doctrines, you know, these celebrities, these rappers, to suck you in into thinking that this is it, man. This is the place. This is where you need to be. Not knowing that the philosophies and doctrines are likened unto women. And they're as death traps, man. When you go into the book of Proverbs, that's what it's speaking about. Those other philosophies and doctrines are likened as unto women.
Right.
Because the spirit, wisdom, is likened unto a woman, or kinswoman, or a sister. You know? So Esau knows these things, man. But you people don't know. That's why we're here to tell you. To warn you from him. Because he's coming with great wrath. He said, the scriptures say He is a man of war, man. And he's gonna cry like a travailing woman. Can you imagine a man that, like, well, look at the Indians, Gad, when he does the war cry, man. That shit pierces you and it instills fear in you.
That's
like
right.
shit's about to go down, man.
That's right.
That's how Yahweh Shai, he's gonna be travailing like a woman, man. You know? And the scriptures say his voice is like of many great waters. He's likened unto a lion, man. You see all those chariots come from the heavens. All you people are gonna be fucking wailing and gnashing of teeth. Finish that one first, John.
Let's see.
15 down.
You want me to go back up to 15?
Nah, you can start off where you left.
This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 17. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai abideth forever.
See, so all this shit's gonna pass away, man.
That's right.
But the one that does the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, he's the one that's gonna remain safety and in the last man standing. Everybody else is gonna be looking at him while that great go fix in the chariots within that crystal glass, and it's in the flame of divine fire beneath. They're gonna look up and see the elect, man.
They're going to be crying up to Abraham.
They're gonna be crying up to us. Certain people that are enemies, like I got many enemies. They're gonna be looking at me saying, Adrian. You know, save me, Adrian. And the Lord's gonna allow me to see those ones. This brother's gonna see his enemies.
Right.
All you brothers are gonna be able to see y'all's enemies and the ones crying up for you to deliver them. And they're gonna see in their minds, they're gonna see that you were with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai the whole time, man. You were striving and fighting to remain a good man, man.
That's right.
In the eyes of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, justified by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because we know we ain't shit. We're as filthy rags, man.
That's right.
Get a Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. And that's our job, man. Our job is to warn you. It's to warn you of the coming destruction, man. to keep our hands clean of y'all's blood, man. These things are really gonna happen. If you don't believe it, go on YouTube and you'll see people getting destroyed by lions, tigers. You know, all kinds of shit getting ate up by sharks. You know, bears, mountain lions. There's shit that don't probably hit the news, man. People in those remote countries, people getting their face crushed by lions.
That's right.
That shit's real, man. Just imagine when all these zoos ain't nobody there, man, and motherfuckers go in there and they want to be mischievous and wicked, malicious, and they crank open those systems and let those animals out. This place is likened unto what? Egypt, Sodom, man. What was over there in Egypt and Sodom? They had all those kinds of animals, man. Those beasts. We're about to bring it out after this brother reads this.
That's right. Hey, Egypt and Sodom were both